something fun. I'm going to take this information here on News Bitcoin's website. Is Bitcoin like buying Google early? Is Bitcoin like buying Google early? And now I'm going to compare it with DigiByte. So the question will become, is DigiByte like buying Google early? Now, like I said, don't take this seriously. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm going to forecast out to 2024 as a price prediction for DigiByte, all based on these two charts here, and very loosely interpretation of what the idea behind this article is. And for the fun of it, I'm going to forecast it onto DigiByte's chart. Okay, because this is forecasting what DigiByte's price will be in 2024 based on something that happened on Google's chart. So again, the idea is buying Bitcoin like getting into Google when Google was cheaper, specifically in 2006. Okay, so in 2006, this chart setup happened. It's called a pennant, and this is a bullish. It's a bullish indicator pattern on a chart rather. So a pennant, a bullish pennant, and then it broke out to the upside. So in 2006, Google did this, and in 2018, 19, even push into 20, Bitcoin did this. Similar bullish pennant. Got it? And then what happened to Google afterwards? The dates don't matter. It's 2018, 19, 20. This happened early Google 2006 when Google is cheaper. And then after it went up and then pulled back in and then rushed up. So after this happened to Bitcoin, it went up, pulled back in. So now this is right where we are today, right here. We're pulled back in. So the idea behind this article is we're pulled back in here. Now, can we rush up to here? And I've broken this down really simplistically. So they're saying that in 2024, Bitcoin, if it were to follow Google's trend, Google's pattern, again, all it is looking at charts, looking at patterns, and saying, what if? That's all. Don't take me seriously here, what I'm about to show you. It's just for fun, just to see if I can replicate it for DigiByte, because DigiByte tends to follow Bitcoin. Okay, so they're saying that, okay, notice this was Bitcoin's all-time high at roughly 70,000 US dollars. And then, oh wait, up here, what do we have? 255,000. What? Okay, so I want to see what in 2024. So I want to see what DigiByte's price would be at 2024. And I broke it down really simply. So I wouldn't have found this pattern at the same time on DigiByte's chart. Now, ideally, I would have been able to do that on this chart, but I can't draw lines unless you know how to draw lines. If you do on this chart, tell me. I don't. So I just worked with this, and it doesn't go back. My chart doesn't go back really far, but it went back far enough. So here's my pennant blown up. My bullish pennant, just like Bitcoin has, 1 week chart. One candle equals 1 week. Maybe I could have put it to monthly. Okay, reset my chart. Okay, that looks a bit more bearable. Okay, so we have that formation that we saw, and then we had an all-time high for DigiByte up here. So just jumping back from memory, because I know it doesn't look the same. We had a pennant, then we had the all-time high. Now we're trying to predict what will come out here. So I put the same thing. Oops, keep doing that. Get rid of that then. All right, so I do the same thing, and so we have pennant, all-time high, pull back in. So what would that number be if Bitcoin is being strung out to 255K? What would it be for DigiByte? So what I did was I said, okay, how much was the all-time high here? Let's say 70,000. So, and I mean, yeah, the all-time high here was 70,000, and then they're predicting 255,000. So I just divided 70 into 255 and got the number of 3.5. It's all roughly. So 3.5, and then I multiplied it by DigiByte's all-time high, and I got 63 cent price prediction for 2024. Should probably take that and move it over towards 2024. Okay, there we go. So again, hypothetical, just for fun. If I was to I just like that article. I thought it was neat. So there you go. Obviously, you know, I don't have a crystal ball. I tell it to you every other day for fun. I just wanted to replicate the same chart pattern that they were looking at, and to try to see what DigiBytes would be, everything else being equal. That's what I came up with. A 2024 prediction of 63 cents for DigiByte. Everything else being equal, pretending that this is a similar setup to what happened with DigiByte and what happened with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does a burst, why not DigiByte too? Because DigiByte does follow it. Again, who the heck knows what could happen? It could even go higher than that. And then again, it could turn around and go low. So I just thought that was kind of an interesting article. I really narrowed my focus onto this and nothing else. And if you guys want to read the whole article, I'm going to put it in the link below. Again, this was just for fun. Don't take me seriously. I love charts, maybe a little too much for my own good. And yeah, so there you go. A price prediction for DigiByte. A fantasy price prediction for DigiByte, if and only if the same thing happened. What happened to Google back in 2006 happens to Bitcoin in the future. Well, again in the future. So we'll see. So we're trying to get that target here up here for Bitcoin, and that's it. Very narrow-minded, narrow-focused, and just for the fun of it. All right, before I go too far, what would be a better way to predict the price of anything? I'm just gonna get out of this now. I'm tired of seeing it. All right, let's go here. Good old Bitcoin. Reset my chart. Monthly chart. Let's go weekly. Weekly chart. All right, that's pretty good. So what would be a better way to predict the future of Bitcoin or DigiByte? Well, some of us feel the 50-day moving average is a good indicator. So that would be the blue line right here. So as you know, the blue line is right here. This is a weekly chart, and we're still down here. So once we will hit above the 50, it will uptrend. It'll be an uptrending position, meaning odds are it's going to continue uptrending versus the opposite. We're below the 50 and we're trending downwards. So here's an example of being above the 50 and below the 50 actually. So the lines are still, I have those lines drawn in. That was the wedge I did. I simulated it on Bitcoin's chart here too, not just DigiBytes. Okay, so just watching the 50. So we were trending down here, and we're trending, and the price is below that blue line, below. And then suddenly the price goes above the blue line. It's hard to see, but it is the 50-day moving average. And guess what? It went up. But then what happened? So we started to pull back in below it, and then we broke out. So this wedge, this pennant pattern is a bullish pattern, and it did break out to the upside. And also again, we went above the 50. So there you have it. That would be, but for what we're doing, just comparing, kind of going into fantasy land a bit and saying, well, if this happened on Google's and this happened on Bitcoin, why can't it happen and it happened on DigiByte to some extent. But what happened to Google here, could that happen to Bitcoin here in the next year and a half? Who knows? There's also another thing I want to mention. So looking at the 50-day moving average, that's a nice way to predict, or at least to know if you're going to trend up or trend down in relation to it. Other part two, and you guys know this, especially crypto people, you guys are actually really good at this, and you might not even realize it when it comes to predicting. You're in the know. You really pay attention to headlines, what people are saying about cryptos, certain cryptos. Seriously, we gossip about it. We talk about it. So we are in the know. So headlines, do not underestimate the power of headlines and keeping yourself up to date in them. You have a favorite crypto, know what's being said about it, and understand how to read charts and the fundamentals and the technicals. And that'll help you the most. Some people, I can tell, I delete their comments. They'll like criticize me or something and say, well, you were wrong again or something. And it's like, you know what? If you're looking for somebody to do your thinking for you, it won't work. And I can prove it. If you're looking for somebody to do your sit-ups for you, do you think that'll work if you found that person? No, you got to do your own sit-ups. You got to do your own thinking for yourself. And that's why I said, we can look at charts and we can try to replicate them and try to predict the future of Bitcoin or DigiByte in this case. Or we can, go old school and watch that 50-day moving average and then ask ourselves, are we trending? Are we still downtrending from it? Have we crossed it? Then maybe we are going to uptrend. See what I mean? And pay attention to those headlines. So again, this was just for fun. I have no idea what the heck DigiByte's price will be in 2024. But for fun, I worked it out as though this could happen and this could happen. So that's it. Not financial advice. Please, if you can, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. I have tons of videos about DigiByte, Bitcoin, and a whole bunch of other things too. So if you like hearing a housewife rattling on about crypto, come back and watch, because I have tons of it and I'll have more in the future. Take care. I love doing these videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.